Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the median and also the interquartile range. And then I believe that most of you actually learned median and also Q1, Q3 last time. Okay, but in A-level syllabus, right, generally they are having or maybe they are using some different methods to find the median and also interquartile range. So you have to follow what they want in A-level syllabus. All right, it doesn't mean that the method that you learned last time is wrong. It is still correct, although the answer might not be the same. But because different syllabus have different requirement, all right, so they actually follow different reference book, different resources. Okay, so for A-level 1, the method that they are using is different from what we learned before. I don't know what is the method you learned before, but last time when I was in secondary school, I remember that when I want to find the median and maybe the quartile, first quartile or third quartile, right? I have to take the total number of data plus 1, then divided by 2, or divided by 4, or multiply with 3 divided by 4, something like that. Okay, but for our 11 syllabus, right, the method used comparatively actually is more simple actually. All right, so you just follow what we learned here lah. So try to forget about the method that you learned previously. Okay, it may be your secondary school. All right. Okay, some of secondary school they're using different methods also. So I actually don't know whether your method can be used or not. So you just follow the method, the new method that you are learning here. Okay. All right. So generally the median is what? Median is a measurement of the middle measurement. Middle measurement when the measurement are ranked from smallest to largest. So the center location, that particular number in center, we call it as median. Okay. All right, so when a set of data have extreme value, so I think I told you before, right? When a set of data have extreme value or outliers, then median is more informative average, or maybe is more suitable to be used as a measure of central tendency. Okay, and the interquartile range is more useful measure of straight. All right, so now let's start with the method how to find out the median correctly. Okay, so to find the median, right? The set of n numbers arranged in ascending order. So first you have to arrange your number in ascending order first. Means from the smallest value to the largest value. After that, when the n is odd, that means if your total set of data, right, they are odd numbers. Okay, you have maybe 7 data. So that's odd number. So the median is the middle value. By using common sense, all right, so you try to locate the middle value from the whole set of the data. And then if n is even, then the median is the mean of the two middle value. All right, so generally this is what I always tell students. You try to understand this concept will be enough. No need to go and memorize any other formula and so on. All right, and this is summarized by saying that mean is the half n plus 1 value. Okay, so you can apply this formula also if you want, which is also still the same like what you learned before, but when you go to the quartile, lower and upper quartile, they will not be the same. All right, so for me, right, to make it, how to say, consistent for the whole syllabus, usually I've just done, you don't need to memorize this one, you try to understand this method. Just remember this method will be enough. Don't memorize the formula. Because sometimes the student will ask me also, hey teacher, why sometimes need to have n plus 1? Why sometimes no need to have n plus 1 when you want to divide it by 2? Okay, so there's no correct or wrong answer. So it purely depends on what kind of data you are having and then what kind of method that the syllabus asks you to use, then you just use it. Okay, so in short, right, for A-level method, generally what we have is you just look for the numbers that you have, either is it odd or even, so or you just use the middle value. You locate yourself using common sense or basic knowledge. All right, and then the even is the mean of the two middle value. So I usually don't ask students to memorize any formula or anything, just try to understand this method. Okay, and then the lower and upper quartile, right, are not influenced by extreme value. They are also the value such that together with the median, they split the distribution of the data into 4 equal parts. Okay, usually it's like this. If let's say you're having the data, right? So this is the minimum value. This is the maximum value for a set of data. So the middle location here is the median. Okay, and then this one usually is a Q1 and this one is Q3. So which means from minimum until Q1 it is 25%. Okay, so from minimum until median, how many percent are there? 50%. From minimum to Q3 it should be 75. Okay, and minimum to maximum should be 100%. Okay, so that's why they separate the data into 4 equal parts. So the lower quartile usually we label it as Q1, then Q2 is the median, and Q3 will be a quartile. All right, okay, so how to find the Q1 and also the Q3? So again, there's no specific formula for you to refer here. Can you see that there's no formula at all? But they just tell you the idea or the concept. So Q1 is what? Q1 is the median of the value before the median. Q3 is the median for the value after the median. Okay, so which means if let's say you're having median here, right? So Q1 is actually the median from here until here. Then Q3 is the median from median until maximum. So that's the basic idea about the median, first quartile and third quartile in A-level syllabus. This is what we have. All right, so the interquartile range is a formula, IQR equals to Q3 minus Q1. Okay, all right, so let's discuss some example and see how we actually apply all the concept that you learned just now in answering the question. Okay, let's have a look for example 23. Okay, so again, when I discuss this one, right, you have to make sure that you try to follow what I say here, because there are some details that I cannot explain or elaborate very nicely or very detailed in the notes. So I can just explain it to you by showing you the methods and also the way. So first, for first part, when they want to find out the median and also the interquartile range, generally what you need to do is that you have to try to arrange the number from the smallest value to the largest one. Okay, so if I try to rearrange it, I'm having something like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the first thing is you have to make sure that you don't copy the wrong data. Okay, don't miss out any data. Okay, so here you're having 9 value, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 values here. Okay, by just looking or using your common sense, right? Can any one of you, or maybe can you try to find out where is the center of this whole set of data? So this is the center. If this is 9, right? So this is the center. Now in front got 4 numbers, at the end got the 4 numbers, so this is the center. So this center value itself is the median. And therefore the median is equals to 7. No steps, you just need to find out the answer. Okay, all right, then now, how about if let's say I want to find the first quartile and also the third quartile? Okay, so now if your median is one number in the data, so you just ignore it. And now you refer to the number in front of the median. So you have 4 numbers here, right? So from this 4 number, can anyone tell me where is the middle, okay, of this 4 number? Where's the median of this 4 number? So the median should be here, correct or not? Between the second and the third number, 2 and 3. Therefore, this will be your Q1. So Q1 will be 2 plus 3 divided by 2, and you get 2.5. Okay, and after that, for Q3, you apply the same concept. You just look for the 4 numbers after the median. Where is the median for these 4 numbers also? So your median for these 4 numbers will be here. So this will be your Q3. So Q3 is equals to 7 plus 9 and divided by 2. And therefore, you should get an 8 as a Q3. And after that, don't forget about the IQR. So for IQR, what is it? So you should have 8 minus 2.5 and end up you get 5.5 as your IQR. All right, so here I want you to focus on how we found the Q1 and also how the Q3. So if your median is one number in the data, you just cancel it off, okay? And then you just, how to say, you just try to focus on the 4 number in front of the median and also the number after the median. Okay, so median of the first part of the data is Q1. Median of the last part of the data is Q3. All right, so this is how we do it now. Okay, all right, so I hope that you already have the idea. Okay, so if no problem, maybe you can continue to part number 2 also. If you want to test your own understanding, right, you can actually try to pause the video and you try part 2 first before you look at my explanation. Okay, so if let's say for this example 2, if I want to rearrange my data, then this is what I have. 27, 29, 32, 36, 39 and 39, and then 41, and also 43. Okay, so now, first I will look at the center. How many numbers I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 numbers here. So the center of the data should be somewhere here, which is between 36 and 39, because in front got 4 numbers, after that got 4 numbers. So to get the median, okay, so my solution will be 36 plus 39 divided by 2. And therefore I got 37.5 for the median. Okay, then now if I want to get the first and also the third quartile, right? If you compare these two examples, this first example, the median is exactly 7 particular number in the data. For this example, the median is not the number, it is actually the average between two numbers, right? So when you're having this kind of median, to find the first and third quartile, right, you no need to cancel any value. You just assume that these 4 numbers are the first set of the data. These 4 numbers are the second set of the data. So to find the Q1, try to get the median for these 4 numbers. So again, this should be your Q1, which is between 29 until 32. So 29 plus 32 divided by 2, and this is how you get Q1, which is 13.5. How about your Q3? So again, if you look at this set of data, right, there are 4 numbers also. So Q3 should be somewhere here, which is equals to 39 plus 41 divided by 2. And you get the value equals to 40. And after that, again, don't forget about the IQR. 40 minus 30.5, and you should get 9.5. Okay, so I hope that you really can understand what do we have here. Yeah, all right, so this is a simple example to show you how we actually find out the median, first quartile, and also the third quartile. All right, but of course, in exam, they might something harder. Okay, something harder means that might not be so straightforward like this. Okay, so we can have a look for the next example, example 25. Oh, sorry, example 24. Okay, so have a look for this example now. Again, if you want to test your understanding, you can pause this video first, attempt this, then only you look for my explanation and check your answer. All right, so let's have a look for this part. Okay, so the length of some insects of the same type from 2 countries X and Y are measured, and then they put it in the stem and leaf diagram. So you're having country X and country Y. Okay, so if you look at the data here, you will see that what is the meaning of all the brackets at the end. So all the brackets at the end tells you that this line got how many data. So for here you have 13 data. If you don't believe, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, therefore, if you total up all the value here in the bracket, you will know how many data in total you have for country Y. Okay, all right, so for country X also the same thing. And then if you look at the key, what does the key mean? 813 means that it is 0.815 and also 0.813. So you should roughly know how to read this stem and leaf diagram. Yeah, so this is something new that you learned at the very beginning part of this chapter, right? So you can see that now they try to combine the graph, okay, the diagram and also the median concept together. So you can see that they like to link everything like this together. Okay, so first, let us start with find the median and also the interquartile range of the length of the insect from country X. So they want you to count what is the median and also what is the range from the country X here. Okay, so again, I really like you, or I really encourage you to try this example on your own first, then only you check my solution. Believe me, there will be quite a number of you won't get the answer correctly. Okay, so you can pause the video first, but for me, of course, I will continue to discuss it here. All right, so to get the median interquartile range from X, what I want to do now is I want to total up and see how many data I have for country X. So 10 plus 18 plus 16 plus 16 plus 11, I'm having 71 numbers. Okay, so I will imagine that, okay, for 71 numbers, that means maybe for the first set of beginning of the data, I have 30 data. Okay, and then here I have one number. Oh, sorry, it shouldn't be 30 lah. So 30 plus 30 only 60. So it should be 35. And then one number plus 1 means 36. And then plus another 35 to get 71, right? So that means the one here, this number here is the median because in front got 35 number, after that got 35 number. So this is exactly the median that we have. So which number is this? This is 36, number 36 because 35 plus 1 is 36. So if 36, right, I need to count where's my 36 number. Okay, so the first one is 10. I erase it. 10. 10 plus 18, you have 28. Okay, and then after that, 28, I want to get 36 marks is 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. This is 36. All right, so once I know that this is 36 already, then very easy, I know that this is my median. Okay, so what's the median? It should be 0.825 cm. Or 0.825 also didn't wrong, not wrong. They won't penalize mark because we didn't write the cm here. Okay, can I understand or not? So some of you, if let's say you cannot get the answer correctly, right, that means you might calculate the value wrongly from the wrong side. Because for stem and leaf diagram, you have to count all your number from front to the end. Front to the end. So some students, they count it wrongly from the back, which is wrong. Okay, so this is what you have for the median. Okay, so if just now you already know that this is median, okay, then now to get the Q1. So what is the location of the Q1? So for Q1, you look at this 35 here. Okay, so for this 35, I try to separate it become first part of the data, 35. So it should be 17, all right? 17. Then I have a one number in the middle, and I also have, okay, 17 number at the end. So that 17 plus 1 plus 17. So I got total 35. So which means what? Which means that the one here, this location, this is the median of the first set of the data, of the beginning of the data. So this is Q1. So what is the Q1 number? So it should be 18, number 18. 17 plus 1 is 18, right? So you count again on Q1. Okay, so I cancel off the first row from 1 until 10. Then this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and this is my 8th number. Okay, so from here you will see that what is my Q1? So my Q1 is 0.814. Again, no step, no need to show any step. This is, you just write an answer. Okay, then next one, how about Q3? Okay, so for Q3, you look at this part. Okay, so what should I have for my Q3 here? So again, this 35 number, I will want to separate become 17, 1, 17. So that means this is your median. Okay, so this median is what number? So that means after the median, right, you count the 18 number. Okay, so this is your median, right? So you cancel off 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then my 18 is this one. All right. So from here, I know that my Q3 should be equal to 0.833. Okay. And then after that, I will want to get my IQR. So where's my IQR here? IQR should be equal to 0.833 minus 0.814, and you get 0.019. All right, so this is how we get the answer. Okay, right, then now let's continue. Okay, so the interquartile range of the country Y is 0.02 or 0.028. Find the values of Q and R. Okay, so if you look at the country Y value, your Q is here, which is your Q1. Your R is here, which is your Q2, Q3, sorry. Okay, so what's the value for Q that you might have? If you look at this data, in front is a 3, after that is a 4, right? So Q, okay, so maybe I've read answer here. Q can be either 3 or can be 4. Okay, how about R? If you look at the value here, R can be either 2 or either 3. Okay, so which means your Q1 might have two values. Q1 can be 0.823 or 0.824. How about your Q3? Your Q3 can be 0.852 or 0.853. Okay, so these are the summary that I can get now. So I look at the question again. They tell me that the interquartile range is 0.028. So interquartile range means what? Means that Q3 minus Q1. So you have to try and error. Okay, try and see 0.853 minus 0.824. Can I get 0.028 or not? Cannot. 0.853 minus 0.823. Can I get 0.028 or not? Cannot. Then 0.854, okay, minus 0.824, 852 minus 0.824. Can I get 0.028 or not? Yes, you can get it, right? So you can write it like this, to get IQR equals to 0.028, Q1 must be 0.824, Q3 must be equal to 0.852, and from here you should tell them that the Q is 4 and the R is 2. Don't write R equals to 0.852, it is wrong, because if you look at the stem plot, the R is a single digit, so it should be R equals to 2, Q equals to 4. Alright, so this is what we have for this example. Okay, so you'll see that it doesn't, how to say, actually this question is not hard, just that when you read the data, right, you have to be very, very careful. Okay, all right, so they combine actually the, how to say, and the stem plot, okay, with the median idea that we learned here. Okay, so this is not a hard question, just that you might need some time to understand it. Okay, so this is what we have for our ungrouped data. Ungrouped data means that they list out the value one by one for you. So this is a median and also the interquartile range for ungrouped data. Then for the next video, we will discuss the median and also the interquartile range for the group data. Group data means that they give you the classes, the class interval, and also the frequency one. So we'll see how we get the median and also the interquartile range from that.